want to start by taking you guys back a little ways to 1994. You remember 94? Where you lived, school, work, what your hair looked like? I decided to shave mine that year for some reason, but 94, Bill Clinton's in the White House. Forrest Gump's in the theaters. When we first met Joey, Ross, Rachel, the rest of our friends. I turned 20 in 1994. That means, as a 40-year-old today, it's the halfway point of my life so far. And something significant happened in 1994. It's the first year I accessed the internet. The first year I got online. Now, the heavens didn't part and trumpets didn't blare that I had entered this new era, but that's exactly what happened. I entered a new era. From there to today, I on-ramped into the digital information superhighway. First, email address. Remember your first email address? First website, first laptop, first digital device. And that's the luxury that young people don't have today. We've taken them and we've tossed them right in this raging current, and we're expecting them not to drown. And they are. And we see it play out every day on the news. Cyberbullying, sexting scandals, suicides. It's not okay. Our nonprofit, Above The Fray, ran some youth focus groups last year. We talked to a lot of kids. We have an online survey. And what these kids told us blew our minds. Only about 15% of young people are having conversations with their parents about their activities online. Gaming consoles, social media, texting. That means that 85% aren't. 85% aren't. When I entered the digital world at 20, I had life experience. Crashed car, girlfriend, failures, success, triumphs, joys, but those played out in my neighborhood. It played out at home, played out at school. Kids today, they don't have that luxury either. Growing up, as we call it, it's happening online in front of the entire world. So our nonprofit is dedicated to getting parents involved in their kids' digital lives, having proactive conversations before issues pop up, before we have to call in the DA's office, the sheriff's department to do the scared straight thing at school, right? Because that's what's happening. We're a reactive society when it comes to helping our kids online. So, with the little bit of time I have left, I want to tell you why I'm so passionate about this and why I spend my time speaking to PTA groups, church groups, civic groups about this. I was at the grocery store about a year and a half ago with my daughters, 6 and 8 at the time. And we're in the checkout aisle, and you know that cavernous checkout aisle, and you've got the candy and the gum, the magazines, right? Huge rack of magazines. And I'm looking at my daughters, and they're looking at the magazines, and I'm looking at my daughters, and they're looking at the magazines, and I'm looking at my daughters, and they just can't take their eyes off these magazine covers. So I glance over. Fitness, celebrity gossip, tabloid journalism. And it hit me at that moment that this is what my kids are seeing online all the time if I'm not there to curate it, if I'm not there to help them. And this is a finite moment. We're going to be out of this checkout aisle in just a couple of seconds. But out there, that's the image barragement that's happening. Then a couple of days later, I started thinking, man, what would life have been like for me as a 13, 14, 15-year-old with the added pressures of Instagram, Snapchat, Tumblr, Twitter? And that was a gut punch. That almost brought me to my knees when I started thinking about the pressure. You guys remember being 13, 14, 15? Remember the pain, the confusion, the anger, the angst? Just normal life, right? Growing up. But imagine it being magnified in front of the entire world without your parent there to help you. It was almost too much for me to think about when I really started to feel what that would have been like. So our plea is to get parents involved with their kids' digital lives. We don't hand over the keys to the car without teaching them how to drive. So why do we give them these devices? Why do we give them these laptops? Why do we give them all of the information in the known universe and say, don't screw up? that's on us. Our goal is to help parents parent online just like we parent offline. Thank you.